Guess who just got back today? Them wild-eyed boys that had been away haven't changed, had much to say, but man, I still think them cats are crazy. They were asking if you were around, how you was, where you could be found. Told them you were living downtown, driving all the old men crazy. The boys are back in town, the boys are back in town. I said, the boys are back in town, the boys are back in town. The boys are back in town, the boys are back in town, the boys are back in town, the boys are back in town. Spread the word around, guess who's back in town? The boys are back in town again.
I am the magnificent. I'm back, but the shaker was so boss, most thundering, storming, sound of soul. I am W-O-O-O, and I'm still here again. Hey. One time. Work it on, baby. Much power. Hit me one time. Work it up, homie. Pressure on slide. You're done, baby, you're done. I'm not doing spin, baby. I am the magnificent W-O-O-O. Good guy. Too much. I like it. Soul power. Work it on me one time. Work it 2 times. Shock it. Rock it. I am the magnificent, baby.
Who won the FA Cup in 1930?
Arsenal.
Correct, Arsenal.
The droughts affected most of Europe this year, and that includes Ireland. Here in the hills behind Dublin, at one of the city's largest reservoirs at Roundwood, well, the water should be lapping around my feet, but instead the scene's more like a parched desert waterhole.
There's a season when that love light shines all around us. So let that feeling grab you deep inside and send you reeling where your love can't hide, and then those feelings.
Because if you work from Monday to Friday, you can still at least look forward to the weekend, because according to the weathermen, the weather's going to hold good for several more days. In the meantime, for most of us, back to the chores.
Who is jumping on the wagons? Who is doing the work in this country? They're all Irishmen. Every one of them. They're Irish contractors and they're Irish labour. Who built the road into Nags Head? John Murphy, a man from Dingle. in the County Kerry. That was the man that put it through there with Irish Labour. And I've heard Englishmen to say, and English women, my God, are they not savage? When they used to see the lads with their vest off, not knowing them with just the trousers, but them lads couldn't help it.
Could you put your finger on one man, say this is the one man I'm really concerned about?
Mate, I'm concerned about me, Dave.
Took him down to see the old man, which is always a clincher, down in Hampshire. And in fact, he got on so well with the chairman, neither Malcolm nor I could really totally remember the terms that we thrashed out. Thank God Ken Fryer was around.
Malcolm was a big personality in the game at the time, and he was the king up in Newcastle. So we were very pleased. It put us back in the spotlight. It had been, as I say, it had been 2 or 3 years when Arsenal had really been struggling. So Malcolm signing, new manager, things looked up.
The club itself and the supporters, they just got into my blood. I loved it because it was such a professional outfit. The whole thing, everything from the very top with the chairman's, then it's Ilwood, filtering all the way down through everybody down to the tea lady. Everybody had their job and they did their utmost to do it brilliantly. Not just well, but brilliantly. I saw Arsenal as the team that would dominate the late 70s.
Welcome again to a new season of The Big Match, and as usual, 3 matches for you today. But first today we go off to Highbury, where Alan Ball leads out the Arsenal side into the London sunshine, everywhere the hopes are high for a successful season, and a huge part of the 41,000 crowd have been tempted along for a first glimpse in an Arsenal shirt of Malcolm MacDonald, the striker they brought from Newcastle United in the summer for £333,000. Supermac, powerful and successful goal scorer, 24 last season for Newcastle United, and he's the man they hope will get Arsenal back on a winning run. And certainly the warmth of his reception from the fans suggests that they believe that he can do it for them. So here then is how MacDonald takes his place in an Arsenal side that suffered a late and significant setback. Liam Brady is lost to the midfield, he's got tonsillitis, he looked so good in pre-season games, so there's another game for George Armstrong in the number 8 shirt. But here come Bristol City, 65 years since they played in the First Division, thriving on good teamwork last season and the excellent work of manager Alan Dix. But it was noticeable how many of them arrived at Highbury's front door this afternoon and had to ask which way to go. It really is a new world for them.
Good long high one again there towards Cheesley. Won it well in the air. Ritchie just over the top and very little to spare. A long free kick. A good, beautiful jump there by Cheesley. And just look how quickly Ritchie left everybody. And just over the top. Kington to man. Scoop forward this time. Now Ritchie all right. He's onside. Now can he make something of this? He can't, because O'Leary did a magnificent job in defence for Arsenal. The ball's still in play though. Ritchie recovering and finding Whitehead. Another nice little cross by him. Oh, no doubt about that one from Cheesley. He's put over so many lovely little crosses, Whitehead, and there was another of them. The marking very questionable there. The heading superb of Paul Cheesley, and Bristol City score their first goal back in the First Division. Bristol City fans beginning to shout and cheer a little louder, and it's all over, and Bristol City have come back to the First Division with a victory. The last time the sides met was 1919-1920 in the FA Cup, and Bristol City won then by a goal to 0. Now they've done it again with this goal by Paul Cheesley in the second half.
Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the light. Madman drums, bombers, Indians in the summer with the teenage diplomat. In the dumps with the mumps as the adolescent bumps his way into his hair. With a boulder on my shoulder, feeling kinda older, I trip the merry-go-round.
Nelson. Ross. Oh! What a brilliant goal! It's done well, covered by Clark. And again he did well. MacDonald! Not much applause to be taken, but the man who was lying flat on his back there deserves a lot of credit for that.
Get out of jump, baby.
chamber, baby. Get out of chamber, baby. Get out of chamber, baby.
Three players over the far side, over Weimark's head. And there's a good one from Berchin, from Osborne rather. Well, incredible that it wasn't picked up there, but the perseverance at last paid off. And it really came from the perseverance of Gates. O'Leary gave a bad ball out to Mills. He had chance to get his cross in. It was too big for Weimark. There's Osborne with a diving header. 1-0 and 6 minutes before half-time. Well, let's see if Cooper can hit the same sort of length with his kicks this half. Not quite so long. Berchin to Weimark. Good play. Needs support from Woods. Rice going to him. Beats him, and it's Gates who's in the wrong side of Ross. Can he pull one back? What an incredible goal! Well, he must have been on the goal line when he hit that one. An amazing goal from Tiger Gates as he competes down the left-hand side there after good play by Berchin and Weimark. It looks as if Ross is on the wrong side of him, but really it looks as if he's played out of an attacking position. But the goalkeeper comes out fractionally and he squeezes it past him into the side net. Amazing. Woods under pressure from Ball. And that's a free kick given against Woods. MacDonald trying to flick on, and here's Ball. Now a good opening for fullback Nelson. Oh, and an own goal of Hunter. An extraordinary goal because that was going nowhere near the net. Well, we've had 11 minutes left, and Nelson's shot deflected into the net, and suddenly Arsenal are back in it. Well, now is the time when players like Ball could have a big influence on the outcome of this game. But there's 2 against 1 here. Only Ross is coming back to help Weimark. If he can get it into the middle, Gates is there. It's down. It's a penalty. Gotta be. No disputing about that. It was 2 against 1 as Weimark and Ross ran for it. He had support in the middle by Gates. Weimark seemed to have got free. Down he came, and it'll mean a penalty, and it's going to be taken by the left foot of Kevin Beattie. Beattie's already scored once from the spot this season, and that's twice. And I don't think Rimmer even saw it as it bounced back out of the net.
I'm going to negotiate with the IMF on the basis of our existing policies, not changes in policies. And I need your support to do it. But when I say existing policies, I mean things we don't like as well as things we do like. It means sticking to the very painful cuts in public expenditure on which the government's already decided. That's what I'm going to negotiate for, and I ask the conference to support me in that cut.
As we approach the end of this year, it's worth looking back over the year and looking at one of the most influential groups of individuals to come to this country. For the very first time, we present the men from the International Monetary Fund.
What would
last game today brings together Leicester City and Arsenal. Arsenal's last visit to the Midlands, in fact, being in midweek, and it was very unproductive indeed because they were beaten 5-1 by Aston Villa at Villa Park. But now they move on to Filbert Street at Leicester, where ATV's cameras were in attendance. The commentator is Hugh Johns with Leicester City in the dark shirts.
It's Alan Ball now for Arsenal. Armstrong going against Rofe with Alderson in support. Looking in for Brady. No, it was Stapleton, sorry. Frank Stapleton. Oh yes, 1-0. Oh, that was so easy and so simple. 6 minutes gone. Mark Wellington beaten. Nice little bit of football by Geordie Armstrong. Came away from his two markers. The chip in, Stapleton on the end of it. 1-0 Arsenal. Story taking his time about setting this one forward. Aiming for MacDonald. Sims, a very good challenge in the air. Worthington down. Whoops. Brady removing Worthington's legs. Whitworth then. Wellington chasing it in. Rimmer was there and rushed into the net by Weller, and the goal is given. Keith Weller gets it. Rimmer doesn't like it. And that's what Leicester feel about it. Tally-ho, and Weller was the man sounding the hunting horn there. Ball up in the air. Rimmer seemed to have it. Worthington challenged him. As it drops down, Weller is the man who gets on the end of it. Good ball out of Brady. Took up a good position, and Armstrong is offering him a pass on this side. In for Ball. Oh, and that was a good try by Alan Ball. Nice ball from Brady to Armstrong. Good cross. Alan Ball over the top of it, heading it down, beating the diving Wellington, but also beating the far post. Liam Brady. Reaching for MacDonald. Whitworth knocks it out. Not too well, though. Ross. Stapleton. Good header by Lee. Weller, a miss kick. Bit fortunate. Chase now. Earl against Howard. They're looking up, wanting support. It's a foul. Obstruction by Pat Howard. Keith Weller, number 7, will be ready to take the free kick as Leicester pile up the troops on the far post. Worthington, Lee, Samuels, Alderson, all over there. Steve Earle is far post side of the penalty spot. Look out for the charge of the 7th Cavalry as Weller triggers this one into the box. And in they go, and there's the goal from Steve Earle. Very similar goal to the one that Stapleton scored. He wasn't marked tight. It's 2-1 Leicester, 3 minutes into the second half. The free kick given when Howard impeded Steve Earle. Steve Earle punishes them. Weller's free kick in, and Earle just plants it firmly into the net. The rain driving down across the ground now. Big rainbow in the sky way above us. There it is. John Samuels. And that'll drop down for Armstrong. Now Ross. Brady. Chip in for Stapleton. Didn't get quite enough deflection on it. Nice move though. Worthington. Good ball. Alderson breaking clear. Matthews, number 5, and his cross was too early in. Alderson again. Has a look in for Worthington. Looks for a shooting angle. Chip for Weller. Yes! 3-1. Keith Weller's second goal of the game. Leicester fans enraptured by the punchy drive of football then. The ball fed in from Alderson, and it was all geared up then for Worthington. A little bit of tip-tap. Knocks a good ball in, and it was Weller's determination that went in. wide left side and drove it into the net. So Brady, oh, and the ball given back to Earl from Brady. Worthington across the box. Is Earl going on his own? Super save from Rimmer. Still on for Alderson. Handball by Brady. That was foolish. Should be Brady, the man who gave it away. So 2 disasters in inside a minute by Brady, because it was his ball back that set Earl on his way. Rimmer forced to make a great save when the ball comes across from Alderson. Brady handles it. So now, are they going to give Weller the chance to get his hat-trick, or is Worthington going to score? No, they're going to give it to Worthington. There it is, 4. And goal again, Worthington stretches his run to 4 in a row. Penalty struck with real professionalism.
Ross up with him. Here's Trevor Ross. Oh, and what a goal again! To dictate terms here with Birmingham down to 10 men. Brady putting it across for Sammy Nelson. He's hitting well. Well, there are plenty of smiles there. With Arsenal really in command at that moment as the ball was slid across the face of that penalty area, and he could almost pick his spot, and he did to perfection wide of Latchford. 2-0 to Arsenal.
they will feel is their most difficult league fixture of the season. And that may seem rather a strange thing to say until you check the records and find that, without question, Highbury is their bogey ground. They've won here only twice in the last 25 years. And no question either that Arsenal are their bogey team. They've only beaten them twice in the last 10 fixtures, home or away. And that's the Arsenal team this afternoon. Both Stapleton and Brady recovered from knocks that they received playing for the Republic of Ireland against France. And also back after injury, Alan Ball, a man who always enjoys playing against Liverpool, and it was against that side that he made his league debut back in August 1962. Liverpool team at full strength. The only question marks about them these days is who plays at 8 and who plays at 10. John Toshak is fit and plays at 10, and at number 8 is Terry McDermott. He's been having perhaps his best run in the Liverpool side since his transfer from Newcastle. Referee this afternoon, Alan Turvey of Basingstoke. The teams having changed round, Arsenal attacking the goal to our left. And the first free kick given against Bill Neill. Sammy Nelson got a flick and was well taken, even if with a slight juggle. Cross from Sammy Nelson, got a deflection. Rice, MacDonald, nicely off, but McDermott marking Brady well. Keegan, foul by Nelson. I actually thought that Keegan was going to turn the other way. Here's Kennedy. McDermott's corner off Pat Rice. Toshak's flick. Thompson. McDermott. No room really to get it across. But Toshak's back flick found Phil Thompson on the far post unmarked. Here's Callaghan. Down to Neill. Oh, good effort with his left foot. Really hit that well. And Rimmer went across and found, I suspect, that it was curling towards him, and some fairly cold hands pushed it away. 3 corners in quick succession. Simpson, not a good head up. He did better on the deck. And in fact, the free kick has been given against Highway. MacDonald and Hughes. MacDonald won it well. Almost got it through. But Stapleton would have been offside anyway. Offside against Keegan for sure. MacDonald has come across, but it was comfortable for Jones. Foul by MacDonald. Shoulder into the back of Ray Kennedy. Arsenal back 4, holding up 3. And a bit of pushing by Toshak. Callaghan quickly to him. Keegan. Nelson. Stapleton and Neill. Good battling by the Irishman. He did very well, and so did Hughes. Ball. Nelson. out when he did so, and the Liverpool defence static. 8 minutes gone, Arsenal in front, and I have a feeling this is going to be some game. There's a marvellous atmosphere around Highbury this afternoon. It looks a good-sized crowd, and the home crowd have got the start they wanted. Liverpool, who came here on a run of 7 games since their previous last defeat, which was at Newcastle on September the 25th. Bill Neill. Armstrong. Brady, able to let it run. No real chance for MacDonald. Keegan. Really allowed to get away. Kennedy! Good head, turned it. Plenty of room for O'Leary. Goal kick. Big stride, but the ball in fact came off him for the goal kick. Saying too many faces. Ray Clements looking surprised, to put it mildly. That's what the free kick has been given for. Ross. It was Hughes who blocked it. And look at that for battling, played the ball. Now hands given against him. It was rather driven at his midriff. Curled by ball to Armstrong. MacDonald didn't quite get it right, but the first time he's had a free header. Jones. Toshak is not offside, never looked like it. Rimmer setting with his feet, McDermott. Toshak blocked by Ball, and then wide the follow-up by Highway. But Toshak allowed to go free. Sammy Nelson turned to look at the linesman, but there was no question that Toshak was onside. Brady. Sammy Nelson. Good touch back, Stapleton. Liverpool with a lot of players back now. Armstrong giving the attack a new dimension. Rice. That's nice. And Rice making it. Ball! Just a whisker over. But some lovely combination play on the right flank, with Pat Rice being put away by Armstrong, just getting there before Joey Jones. And the first time side foot from Alan Ball going a whisker over the top. Toshak rolls slightly off his arm, but it goes to Keegan. Side netting. It's the first time that the firm of Toshak and Keegan, other than a one set piece, have really threatened. Every touch that Armstrong makes is coming off at the moment. Really is having a marvellous match. Ray Clements with the North Bank behind him. Blanca's got a clearance as usual. And MacDonald's. Well, Well, extraordinary that, because his control that looked to have cost him suddenly set up the chance. He couldn't make it. And again, Mr. Turvey of the opinion that Ray Clements took more than the 4 places. He's so keen to get to the ball. Ball! Came off the wall, which did its job. That's a good ball by Simpson. Stapleton flicked off his foot. The linesman flag up on the far side, and the 2 players who were left of Stapleton, one of them given offside. And the referee has got his book out. Well, I can only assume that there was some passing observation. I must say I've never seen the England goalkeeper caught like this before. Seems to be claiming that he puts the ball down on the deck and then picks it up again, but Mr. Turvey has the name of England's #1 keeper in his book. No problem that time for Clements. The whistle goes, but it's not against the England keeper. It's the signal half-time, but Ray Clements has been beaten once, and beaten by a very good goal too, scored by George Armstrong, number 11, and made for him with a fine cross from Sammy Nelson. So the league champions a goal down, now attacking the goal to our left. Liverpool, who now have one more title than Arsenal. Liverpool throw given. Toshak. Armstrong. It's the first bad ball I've seen him give this afternoon. Handball. Very curious mistake by David O'Leary right in front of the referee. They made an extra man coming in, who was Philip Neill. Still in play. Good play again by Neill. And once more, McDermott's cross. Keegan! And somehow Rimmer kept it out. Keegan felt the knock on his shoulder. But Rimmer left completely exposed then. The man who really set up that chance was Philip Neill with 3 very good bits of thinking. Rimmer caught, changing his mind, but it runs away. McDermott. No way he was going to move from there on that challenge. And I think it should be a free kick against Ross. Five Liverpool players up in the area. Phil Thompson going in. Keegan! Just past the post. Could well be that Sammy Nelson would have saved it anyway, because he got across very quickly. Ball is going for the return. But by the time he got it, it was much too late. And a few shouts from the bench to MacDonald then. Toshak. Neill. Keegan having his best spell in the match. Philip Neill once more. And here is Toshak. Keegan. Kennedy. Keegan. Blocked twice by Simpson. McDermott. That's a back cross by Highbury, but a quite unnecessary header by Nelson. Arsenal now suffering from the pressure. Liverpool combining in a way that they haven't for the first hour of the game. Armstrong. Hughes. McDermott. Keegan. And the corner, for which Phil Thompson is already on his way up. Toshak in the 6-yard area. Rimmer again following it across. That's a corner the other side. Toshak, and turned in. No, the referee disallowing it for Toshak's jump. And they're going after the referee, and Toshak this time is the player from Liverpool who's having the complaints coming out of his mouth. But that's the reason Toshak adjudged to have jumped on his man. So as the ball came down and pushed in past Rimmer, the referee's whistle went immediately. And against that man, John Toshak. Thompson. Kennedy. Too short. Oh, well seen. Phil Thompson could have a crack. Kennedy. He does. And it bounced in front of the keeper. And Ray Kennedy scores against his old club. Jimmy Rimmer, furious with himself, I'm sure will blame himself for it. Bounced right over his hands. 3 minutes from time, and Ray Kennedy saves Liverpool after the run by Phil Thompson, who intercepted well just inside his own half and took the ball forward for Ray Kennedy to hit one with his favoured left foot. And Jimmy Rimmer looking very disappointed at his own error. About 2.5 minutes left. Ross. Rice. Disappointed duo there. Rolf Dixon and Terry Neill, the Arsenal management. Free kick against Keegan. Referee checks his watch as the kick is taken by Pat Rice. Hughes happy to let it go, and no doubt happy with the point. It's so long that it seemed it was going to be George Armstrong's day. He had a fine match, scoring the first goal after 8 minutes, but 3 minutes from time, Ray Kennedy, the ex-Arsenal player, spoiled it for his old colleague and his old club. So the champions, who were by no means in their usual form, go away with a point. And I'm sure that their goalkeeper, England's #1, Ray Clements, will go away still wondering about the steps law.
Like a fool. Why
The weather was dreadful throughout the whole country. It was a game played at absolute full pace, but all of a sudden you had to turn from a footballer to a ballet dancer and go tippy-tappy, tippy-tappy to keep your balance.
And the undersoil heating has certainly done its job at Highbury today, but for that, the match might not have gone on as Arsenal kick off in the white shorts, playing from right to left. The pitch is hard down the centre, but it's softer on the flanks, especially on the far side where the sun has been shining. That's from MacDonald. Gowling with Burns running on, and Rice missed it, and Burns is in with a chance, which he takes well. Pat Rice caught perhaps by the conditions, but no mistake at all from Mickey Burns, and he is the player that in recent weeks defenders have found hard to pick up. He floats in behind Gowling and Cannell, and when he got away from Rice there and went in on Rimmer, the finish was decisive. He's found Nelson. MacDonald moving in on the cross. Came to Stapleton, it then came to Ross, and has hit the post and gone in. Trevor Ross, the scorer. His right foot is always dangerous. It came out to him conveniently, he kept it down. Mike Mahoney got a hand to it. It then hit the post and went in. Referee insisting on the 10-yard ruling. It's come to Alan Ball. MacDonald getting up! That's the one he wanted! And how well he put it away! From the free kick, Alan Ball with the chip, Malcolm MacDonald with the header, and MacDonald bites the hand that used to feed him. It's had an awful lot to do with the way Arsenal have come from behind to take the lead. Gowling in the middle, so is Barraclough. Appeals for handball against Cassidy, not given. It's a good cross. Barraclough appeals for handball against Nelson, also waved away. Well, the linesman had a good view of the first one and the referee of the second, and they shook their head each time. MacDonald's header, and Stapleton going in, and he did tremendously well there, and it's in. It was over the line before Nolte got it out, and Stapleton has scored for Arsenal. And no wonder they say that Stapleton's the sort of player that chases lost causes. Some forwards might have given that ball up, but he didn't. He went on running, he got it round from a difficult angle, and although Jeff Nolte hooked it out, the linesman spotted that the ball was over the line, and Arsenal lead by 3 goals to 1. On by Stapleton. And Burns is onside. A chance here for his second. Good stop by Rimmer. Look at that, centre half as well. Intelligent goalkeeping. He had to come all the way because Burns was clean through. Brady. Another promising move from Arsenal. Brady going on himself. What a fine run! And another good piece of handling by Mahoney. Lovely run by Brady. The ball, Brady seems to work out all the alternatives and play the best ball 9 times out of 10. It's not a bad ball from Ross either to Armstrong. Stapleton's on the far side, so is MacDonald. Stapleton! MacDonald! One or two defenders looking towards the linesman, and there must have been just perhaps a hint of offside. But MacDonald has scored his second of the afternoon, and it's Arsenal's 4th. Mickey Burns races to the linesman, and he's still complaining that when Stapleton knocked the ball across, MacDonald was in an offside position and out of play. Those are the balls MacDonald thrives on. Stapleton up again, there's MacDonald again! He hit the bar! So close to a hat-trick. Stapleton set the chance up and MacDonald hammered it, and it crashed against the bar. The terraces. Ball.
MacDonald's coming in on this as well. Oh, great save! Magnificent save. And the third one just won't go in for MacDonald. Beautiful header and a flying save from Mahoney. Cassidy, there are 4 striped shirts in the middle, being only marked by 4. The dummy by Barraclough, the shot by Gowling. And Alan Gowling gets one back for Newcastle, although I wonder how much the pitch had to do with that. Jimmy Rimmer didn't seem to be able to get across. He looked to be stranded. It wasn't a terribly hard shot, but they had got men in the penalty area, and Alan Gowling makes it 4-2. Well, the crowd are loving this. Good ball from Cassidy for Burns, and he's through here again. Rimmer right out, and that is 4-3. Mickey Burns second. And Newcastle have come from nowhere to score 2 goals within a minute. The Arsenal defence split on the through ball. Alan Ball tried to catch him, he couldn't. Burns went on, and he's finishing there every bit as good as it was when he opened the scoring in this thrilling match. And here's ball in lots of space. MacDonald wants a through ball, and he's got it. Is this the hat-trick? And again Mahoney stopped him. It's going to come to Armstrong, and he hit the bar. Mahoney stopping MacDonald for what must be the 3rd time, if not the 4th. Armstrong, Matthews is the player in the middle. Had to check to stop being offside. Here comes Ross. Stapleton on the near post. MacDonald! And there it is. The man that seems to write the football stories better than boys' fiction has gone and done it all over again. A hat-trick against his old club. The first time he's met them since joining Arsenal. Neill, and off the line, Nolte, good save. Oh. Neill with the initial header, little George Armstrong on the goal line got it out, and Nolte again brings the best out of Rimmer.
And at the end of it, I waved to the Newcastle fans, I waved to the Arsenal fans, and I got an equal response back from them both. And I thought, yeah, that's football at its very best. It really is. It was just a wonderful sporting afternoon.
Well taken by Rimmer, and MacDonald is 1 against 1 up front, but it doesn't matter. The whistle goes, and Arsenal have beaten Newcastle by 5 goals to 3, and MacDonald has scored 3.
Punk rockers, the new craze, they tell me. They're heroes, not the nice clean Rolling Stones. You see, they're as drunk as I am. They're clean by comparison. They're a group called the Sex Pistols. Beethoven, Mozart, Bach and Brahms have all died.
Ours, aren't they?
Really?
Oh,
what are we saying, sir?
Wonderful people.
Are they?
Oh yes, they really turn us on.
What do they do?
Well, suppose they turn other people on.
That's just their tough tricks.
Which one?
Nothing, a rude word. Next question.
No. What was the rude word?
Shit.
Was it really? Good heavens.
Don't believe me if I tell you not a word of this is true. Don't believe me if I tell you, especially if I tell you I'm in love with you. Don't believe me if I tell you that I wrote this song for you. There's just not some other cynical 'cause words can tell lies.
Elton John.
Welcome to the Christmas edition of The Big Match. And if you're wondering where Brian Moore's disappeared to, well, I've always wanted to do this show, so I paid him 20 quid, which is 2 weeks' wages, and he went away very, very happy. But now, let me see, I've got some people to help me out today, and I really need helping out. Kevin Keegan and Mick Cannon.
I'd just like to, thank you very much for lending me these glasses. I think,
And who gave you the earrings?
Sorry?
Where did you get the earrings from?
Do you like them? I thought they're quite nice, actually.
Thanks.
Does a lot for you. At Watford.
Does a lot for you, there. First class.
How did you get on yesterday, you two?
Well, we're celebrating actually because we scored 3 goals between us out yesterday. Not bad, really, for forwards. He got 3 and I didn't get any, but that's not a beside the point.
And nearly an own goal from you as well.
Yeah, well, I'm getting desperate now. I'm sort of can't get him in at one end, so you're trying to put him in at the other. Anything will do.
I know how you feel. Anyway, enough of this bantering, and on to the real soccer fans at home. We have the first match lined up for us at Highbury, so let's go and join Brian Moore at Highbury now.
Well, thank you, Elton, and welcome to Highbury. Really heavy conditions here after 36 hours of almost constant rain. In fact, it's still raining. Surface water beginning to appear on the pitch. And the Arsenal team today, without their new signing, Alan Hudson, £250,000 from Stoke. He's got a stomach strain. Peter Storey takes the number 7 shirt. And another change force on Arsenal because of the suspension of fullback Sammy Nelson. Richie Powling gets his shirt. Manchester United, meanwhile, have had a bad couple of months. This is their side. They now leave out Steve Coppell, his place at number 7 taken by David McCreary. But good news for United fans is that 2 of their stalwarts are back in the side. Martin Buchan in the defence for the first time since October after injury. And into midfield now comes Lou Macari. He's missed the last 5 games through injury. Armstrong, nice touch again. Brady had to shake off the Manchester United players. But it was McCreary who finally gets it away, and again the flagging on the far side for an offside against Gordon Hill. And already taken. Armstrong. Oh, a lovely touch now for Ross. And MacDonald! 5 minutes gone. And Malcolm MacDonald pays another instalment. Good start for Arsenal, a good break down the right. Ross very heavily involved in it again, and as it comes across the face of that 6-yard area, a simple job to finish it off for Malcolm MacDonald. Sammy McIlroy, Greenoff is really hobbling badly, and I think it's only a matter of time before Manchester United have to take him off. McIlroy, oh, lovely touch by him. Oh, what a great run by McIlroy. He scored! Well, a sad job there for Rimmer, and smiles everywhere for Manchester United and Sammy McIlroy as he tiptoed his way through that Arsenal defence. It looked at the last as though he might be held up, but the ball ran kindly to him, and he slipped it wide of a stranded Rimmer, and that's the equaliser. Ball with Forsyth. Jimmy Greenoff. Oh, and that one was wide that time from Macari. So a good comeback by Manchester United. I'm just wondering, though, how long Brian Greenoff can go on. You don't see him hobbling there, but every time he has to exert himself and go for a ball, he really is struggling. Armstrong, long ball forward. Buchan and now Brady, MacDonald. Just hitting Jack Taylor, but here's Powling. Simpson. Stapleton. And Storey. Curled in once more. Simpson helping it on its way. Brady! Yes! Liam Brady! Right on half-time. The little Irishman, Liam Brady, puts Arsenal 2-1 into the lead. The ball coming in from the left, just touched on by Peter Simpson, falling nicely for Liam Brady, round a defender and into the net. So an Arsenal throw to be taken by Armstrong. A Houston away. Ball for Pearson. A touch for Macari. Lovely ball by Macari. And now Hill in full flight. Jimmy Greenoff's in the middle. Pearson's in the middle. A chip by Hill. Oh, and how unlucky. Hill falls to the ground. Well, I think most of us were looking for the United players who were coming up. But Hill had spotted that Rimmer was out of his goal. A beautiful little chip. Just once. Really, he's only got to look for Brady, the biggest man on the field, and you can be sure he's near him too. And there they go together. Story. Stapleton. Very nearly getting that through to MacDonald, and surprisingly getting another chance. Quickly up off the deck, and having another go as well, Frank Stapleton. Touching it wide for Ross this time. Armstrong on the outside. MacDonald waiting in the middle. And Stapleton again is on the far side. Got the header in! Stapleton's goal! Well, the work that he put into that goal was incredible. He fought and he fought. And when he won the ball and got it away, he was there on the far post as that floated cross came in. Up went Stapleton. And MacDonald was right in there. MacDonald may just have touched it over. They may well be arguing about as to whose credit that goal goes to. Well, there's McElroy again. He's beginning to sparkle again in this game for Manchester United. But he hit it straight, and Pearson very nearly got the rebound. McElroy's good run, and the shot really is an optimistic one from that sort of angle, but it bounced off Rimmer, and Pearson hit the rebound back, again off the goalkeeper, behind for the corner. Well, Houston's up again. Hill with the corner, held him once more. He's got time now to consider what he can do again. Well, maybe he hasn't. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful, and it very nearly produced something. Well, that was a lovely piece of Christmas juggling by Gordon Hill. And it frightened the life out of Arsenal and Jimmy Rimmer. North Bank are chanting champions, and certainly Arsenal have made another big step towards becoming a contender. And here's Brady. One goal already so far in this game. Oh, and so nearly a second one. Jinking and weaving again. And a matter of inches in it at the end. And a corner, which Armstrong will take. O'Leary up again for it. And in fact, he pushed rather vigorously down on Houston as the final whistle goes. Arsenal's climb continues, and Manchester United slide likewise, with Arsenal winning by 3-1 and thoroughly deserving it as well. With Malcolm MacDonald, Liam Brady and Frank Stapleton scoring for Arsenal, with a solitary reply coming from Sammy McElroy for Manchester United. Good game. Not always difficult, not always easy conditions. But I think most people here got value for money. A final scoreline then. Arsenal 3, Manchester United 1.
Right, that was a good win for Arsenal, and one that puts them 5th in Division 1. And for those of you who've just tuned in, don't switch off yet, because I'm looking after the programme today with Mike Channon and Kevin Keegan. And we've still got action to come from 2 more games, as well as one of the traditional Christmas fun spots, and a few other laughs as well. Oh, you bet. But what I think we ought to do now is to really sort out who scored that Arsenal goal, the last goal. The papers seem to say it was MacDonald today, but Brian seemed to think it was Frank Stapleton, and after looking at it, I mean, really, I think it was Frank Stapleton. What do you think?
Well, you know, I wouldn't have the cheek to claim it, to be honest with you, but I think Supermax after the 30 goals, you know, and the 10,000 quid, because it's quite obvious as the cross comes in here. It's a great header from Frank Stapleton, and you can see quite clearly from this angle.
Oh, he definitely got a touch to it, didn't he? I mean, no question of that, is there?
Yeah, mate, even Elton could see what he did with his glasses.
With my glasses, I can see that.
I think we all better put our glasses on, don't you?
It's a great header from the lad. But This angle, is, you know, it looks like it changes direction a bit, but
from behind the goal, it definitely looks as if he hadn't got nowhere near it. But,
yeah.
If he says he touched it, well, he touched it.
I can't, you know, I'm not having it. I'm sorry.
No,
I'd be a bit sick if it was Frank Stapleton, actually.
Yeah, I should think so.
Especially seeing it on the television, probably yesterday, it might have looked more... Because he would have probably been falling over after heading it, but no way. You can't have that, Malcolm. No way.
Well, there you go. We all seem to think... What do you think? You giving it to MacDonald, eh?
No, I think Frank Stapleton.
Well, it's Stapleton 3, MacDonald 0 at the moment, I'm afraid. We'll have to wait to see about that one, to see if MacDonald owns up about it. We've all had a great time on the Big Match Christmas show, and we'd like to wish everybody a very, very happy Christmas, especially to all the fans everywhere. So from Kevin and Mike, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to everybody, okay? All right, are you in good fine form vocally? We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Come on in. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a
Merry Christmas, Harry. And a Merry Christmas to you too, Anne. Inside of me, it's kind of strange, like a stormy sea. I don't know why. I guess these things have gotta be. I've got a new rose, I got a good. Yes, I knew that I always would. I can't stop to mess around. I got a brand new rose in town. See the sun, it shines. Don't get too close or it'll burn your eyes. Don't you run away that way. You can come back another day. I got a new rose, I got a good. Yes, I knew that I always would. I can't stop to mess around. I got a brand new rose in town. I never thought this could happen to me. I feel so strange, oh why should it be? I don't deserve somebody this great. I better go, or it'll be too late. Strange like a stormy sea. I don't know why. I guess these things have gotta be. I got a new rose, I got a good. Dance, I knew that I always would. I can't stop to mess around. I got a brand new rose in town. Whoa. go on forever, but the paper stays better. I don't care, I don't care. Now all these Beatles are all these dogs, don't something to believe in 1978, in 1979, 1980, in 1980, in 1981, until it don't work, in 1982, in 1983, pick up the breeze, in 1982.
I remember the day very well because at the time the two of us were doing regular columns for Tiger and Scorcher, and although we scored 1 or 2 hat-tricks in the comic, to actually score hat-tricks in a first division game against each other was quite an event.
And here's Brady with it. The little chip in there towards Staple, and there's the header and the goal! Roberts giving him no room whatsoever there. Rostron. Now Brady with a yard or so, and that's a good looking cross there towards Stapleton again. Up he goes, in towards MacDonald, number 2. Well, they talked a few years ago of Radford and Kennedy, and MacDonald and Stapleton are that equivalent partnership in the Arsenal of 1977. Here's Powell to MacDonald. Murphy going in, Hutchison going in! Well, that really opens it up. Brady's going to take it. Push to me, Hudson with a header, MacDonald with a header! And they've got that 2-goal lead again. MacDonald the scorer.
Where are we? Rock bottom. Tragedies. We got a remedy. Start it again with the sympathy. Oh, I get it. Harmony. You said it. Where are we? Rock bottom. Rub it out and start it again. Can you tell me? Can you tell me? Oh, I don't know. Can you help me? Can you help me? I don't know. All I know is we can do anything we want to. Where are we? Rock bottom. Tragedies. We got a remedy. Why don't we rub it out and start it again with sympathy? Oh, I get it.
He really manages to open the play out an awful lot, does Gary Owen. Nicely laid off by Kidd to Hartford. Picks his way past 2. This is 2 and he's got a crowded penalty area. Royal!
Cause red light
And welcome again to the big match. Today on the programme, as you've seen, 2 matches from the First Division and 1 from the Second. Our main match is a real thriller with a great local derby atmosphere to it as Arsenal take on struggling West Ham. This is the Arsenal side. Rimmer in goal, Rice, Howling, Simpson and Nelson, Ross, Hudson and Brady, Armstrong, MacDonald and Stapleton with Matthews the substitute. And what good news for the Arsenal fans that George Armstrong, for so long said to be on the move, has now had talks with manager Terry Neill, and there he is in that familiar number 11 shirt. This is the West Ham side he'll be facing. Day in goal, Bonds, Green, Locke and Lampard, Devonshire, Brooking and Otolakowski, Taylor, Radford and Billy Jennings there because Brian Robson is injured. Keith Robson is the substitute. Familiar ground, of course, for one man, the former Arsenal favourite John Radford, coming back to Highbury now in a West Ham shirt. And an unfamiliar look about this one, skipper Billy Bonds, now without that famous beard. Referee Ron Challis from Tunbridge in Kent. And the crowd is just over the 38,000 mark.
So where we go, West Ham in a change strip of white with light blue shorts, attacking the goal to our right as Billy Bonds plays it back to his goalkeeper Mervyn Day. Arsenal, of course, in their familiar red shirts with white sleeves. Arsenal with only 1 home defeat of the season. That's at home to Bristol City on the opening day. West Ham with only 1 away win in the league at Manchester United. Radford. Oh, a nice touch there by Radford. And Billy Jennings couldn't quite turn it inside. But a throw to West Ham. Trevor Brooking with the West Ham throw. Jennings. For West Ham. Big Bill Green's coming up, probably the tallest man on the field. And Frank Stapleton, very good header of the ball, coming back to mark him. There's the corner. Green with the header, just wide. Well, it was a good curling corner that from Brooking, and Green made that final sprint over the last 5 yards that lost his shadow. Just a little annoyed with himself, having made that ground and having got his head to it, that he didn't put it on target. Rimmed with the kick. Stapleton winning it. Otolakowski. Devonshire. Rice. Oh, a nice dummy there by Hudson. And a beautiful drag back there by Brady. And a good bit of free running here by Nelson. And a long cross on the far side towards Malcolm MacDonald, and Bill Green is up there and nodded away for the Arsenal corner. Well, that was a nice dummy by Hudson and a really beautiful drag back by Brady that put Arsenal on their way there. Nice bit of skill. Armstrong then with the corner. Floated in once more. Day missed his punch again. Hudson with the shot. It's there! And it goes down presumably to Brady. Although the muddle was a great one and a disastrous one so far as West Ham's concerned, as that ball came floating in. Brady it was who got the touch that mattered. And it's in the back of the net for 1-0 to Arsenal. So 14 minutes gone. Brady puts Arsenal ahead. Only his 4th goal of the season. And really quite a setback early on here for West Ham, whose troubles, goodness knows, are big enough already. Green chasing, but he should get there before Stapleton. Corner given. There may be just a little suspect by Mervyn Day. Here's another curling corner. MacDonald with a header. That time it was Locke who chested it off the line. Arsenal are getting in important headers in that West Ham penalty area, and that was another of them as Armstrong floated in that corner. MacDonald was up so well, and Locke came to the rescue.
kick to Arsenal. Hudson and Brady over it. Hudson playing it in towards MacDonald, but it's blocked on the way. Here's Nelson. Right foot shot. Good Lord, that was no more than 6 inches wide. Quite sure that Mervyn Day felt that was going wider than that. Nelson taking it on his right foot. Too close for comfort for West Ham. His header. Lampard's kick. And Taylor very slow getting back into an onside position there. Caught 3 or 4 yards offside. Simpson. Here's Locke. Looking just winning that for West Ham, but it's Brady now for Arsenal. Back for Rice. Armstrong. Hudson. Brady. Well, the ball going straight to Alan Taylor. He's found Radford. In turn, looking for Billy Jennings. MacDonald right back there. Brooking playing it on. A good ball played there for Alan Taylor. This will be the equaliser, and it is by Alan Taylor. 1-1. 23 minutes gone. Brooking had a big part in that. There certainly was a suspicion of offside as Taylor took up the running. In fact, the Arsenal players looked at the linesman, but Taylor got the better of Rimmer, and a simple chance of putting it in the back of the net. Arsenal 1, West Ham 1, and the man who scored it, Alan Taylor, and the man who made it, Trevor Brooking. Well, that'll raise West Ham's spirits an awful lot. Their first real dangerous attack. And they've got back on level terms now, but here's Rice. MacDonald. Off to Lukowski. There was a bit of muddle there until Bill Green got it away. Simpson planting it in again. MacDonald letting it run. That was a handball by Stapleton. MacDonald's dummy fooling him as much as it did everybody else. Brooking's ball now to Billy Jennings. Played forward for Devonshire. Nelson's with him. Oh, he's turned Nelson well. And he's got a good shot in too, Devonshire. A young lad from Slough, only 20 years old, from the Isthmian League. Turned Nelson well there and got a reasonable shot in. Brady. Brooking beaten there by the challenge of Simpson. Here's MacDonald. Lovely ball there by MacDonald to Armstrong. Rice going up outside him. What a game with a lot of movement to it now. Stapleton's gone towards the near post. MacDonald the far post. Well, that was a good piece of overlapping by Pat Rice. And as Stapleton ran towards the near post, West Ham's eyes may have strayed towards him, and it was a deeper one that MacDonald almost made count. Radford beaten in the air. Hasn't had much luck in the air against Peter Simpson so far this afternoon. Brooking, who is very involved indeed for West Ham. Here's Radford. Alan Taylor, scorer of the equaliser. And now Stapleton. Hudson. Nelson. Brady. Devonshire coming away. Plenty of West Ham players up. Radford running away on the left.
Brookings up with him as well. Radford now moving across to the right. Alan Taylor coming out quickly. It's a question of timing the pass. Oh, and indeed he timed it well, and a great shot there by Alan Taylor, hitting the legs of Jimmy Rimmer. But Devonshire showing a very cool head there indeed, and a great burst of speed by Taylor up on the left. And the timing of the pass was perfection. Good ground shot off the goalkeeper's legs. Simpson, Stapleton, and Locke playing it back to Mervyn Day. Billy Jennings, Radford with him. And just Radford's knock on, and a free kick given for a push by Sammy Nelson on Radford. Another free kick to West Ham. Brooking and Bonds behind it. It'll be Brooking, indeed it is. One of those curling, tantalising crosses. Radford up well, and Jennings up, and a goal! West Ham in the lead. Brookings' long free kick was the one that set it all up. Just look at that free kick curling in there. No chance for the goalkeeper to come and get that. Radford up beautifully. Billy Jennings turning it in just inside the post. Arsenal 1, West Ham 2. And Billy Jennings, who got up and made that goal after Radford had jumped so beautifully himself from Brookings' free kick. Well, they've shown a lot of character in the last 10 minutes, West Ham, coming from that goal down to go 2-1 into the lead. On a ground where traditionally they don't do all that well. Referee having a look at his watch. First half almost over now. And in fact, there goes the half-time whistle. A good example of West Ham's character coming back after Liam Brady had put Arsenal ahead. A really sloppy goal, that, from West Ham's point of view. But they got back on the mark with Alan Taylor. Just a suspicion of offside about that. And then their character really showing as they went into the lead with that header by Billy Jennings after some tremendous work by Brooking and by John Radford. So far so good for West Ham as they try to climb away from the basement, and I think probably a very good second half to come here at Highbury. The half-time score, though, is Arsenal 1, West Ham 2. We'll be right back with that second half. Welcome back to Highbury then, with West Ham leading 2-1, and really a very critical 45 minutes facing the Hammers now. Certainly if they can hang on to 2 points here, they might be on their way. And Billy Bonds and Malcolm MacDonald getting really stuck in there. Linesman on the field. Well, in the first 10 seconds of this second half, an incident there involving MacDonald and Billy Bonds. And the referee calling the pair of them together. And MacDonald still complaining to Billy Bonds about presumably about a tackle. I didn't see that one myself. Phil Green can smile. MacDonald looks serious. The referee has calmed him down. Well, that was a fairly explosive start to the second half. And the upshot of it is, in fact, a free kick to West Ham. Well, Bonds with it. Off the top of Powling's head. Hit by Billy Jennings. No power, no direction, goal kick. And as I was saying before Mr. Bonds and Mr. MacDonald rudely interrupted, it's if West Ham can hold on to this 2-1 lead, these 2 points after their victory against Stoke last week, they must begin to believe that they can in fact climb out of that First Division basement. Eventually retrieve that ball from that little moat. With 13 minutes on of this second half. West Ham throw, or rather an Arsenal throw. So a special
Pit there for the cameramen. These pictures you'll see on the breakfast table, or have seen this morning. MacDonald right in there, whistled on, free kick, one count. Bond's getting in there. Looking right back. Stapleton. That's a good cross there to MacDonald. Well, how on earth did they keep that one out? What a lovely cross by Frank Stapleton. A real beauty of a cross. MacDonald was up there, Locke was in there, Day was up there, and somehow they kept it out. Corner then for Arsenal. Armstrong with it. Brady's header knocked off the line by Locke. That's twice in this game he's done it. And the ball not away yet. We'll have a look at the end of that in just a moment. Let's see what Powling can do with this one. And Locke gets it away again. Armstrong's corner. Brady getting in with the header. And Locke off the line. Stapleton's header to Armstrong. Free kick given. Foul on Armstrong. Brady. And Arsenal getting on with it now, feeling that the old pendulum's beginning to swing their way a little bit with all this pressure. Brady now. And it's there by Stapleton. 2-2. The virtue of a quickly taken free kick. Maybe catching West Ham just that little bit off guard. Brady involved again after Armstrong's free kick. And the ball coming through to Frank Stapleton, past Mervyn Day, sure as an arrow. Arsenal 2, West Ham 2. So now it really is a case of hanging on for West Ham. Here's Rice. Here's Armstrong. And Lukowski just getting the touch. But it seems to be an unfair touch on Ross, which gives Arsenal this free kick. Armstrong with it, curling in, lock away. An Arsenal throw. Armstrong, Rice, Brady, Hudson, MacDonald, nice touch there, stopped by Locke. It's all hands to the pump now for West Ham. Nelson, Stapleton, goal kick. Jennings right in there. Simpson, plenty of Arsenal defenders back, 4 of them there in that little situation. Stapleton, Brady, very nifty footwork again by Liam Brady. Armstrong, Ross, that surely looked to be obstruction, but here's Rice. And now Locke. It'll come for Armstrong. Hudson. Beautifully skillful play there by Hudson. Poked away by Locke, only to Brady. Nelson going up fast on the far side. Certainly both Arsenal fullbacks, the 2 and the 3, getting into some strong attacking positions. And here's Rice in one now. Deep cross towards Malcolm MacDonald. There's the header. Oh, and a great save by Mervyn Day. Well, it was Rice, one of these defenders coming forward. An inch perfect centre. MacDonald caught it well. I think Mervyn Day maybe thought of catching it, but he managed to push it round for the
with that corner now for Arsenal. Brookings' header not getting very far. Devonshire's header not getting very far. Otulakowski then. Oh, Powling! Oh! And a corner. Great shot by Powling. A wicked deflection that might have fooled Mervyn Day. In the end, it went wide for another corner. So West Ham again with all hands to the pump. Armstrong with the corner. Brookings' header. And Alan Taylor bringing West Ham a little bit of relief. Here's Powling. Probably play it safe back to Rimmer, or will he play it? Yes. And now to Nelson. Hudson. Nice ball by Hudson for Stapleton. Good shot, wide again. It was a bad shot. Jennings and Rice, but I got the feeling that's not where most of the battle's going to be now. I think it's going to be in the West Ham defence against Arsenal coming forward. And there is Jennings. Throw to Arsenal. With the likes of Bonds and Locke, Green, Lampard and Brooking. They're the people I think who are going to be able to steady the boat and keep West Ham afloat now. Free kick to Arsenal. Stapleton being told to go to the right by Rice, and that's just where he's put the ball onto the head of Stapleton. Locke getting it away again, not very far. Brooking with a chance to run it unless Armstrong can get there, which he does, and finds Rice. Stapleton, beautiful ball there for Ross. Nice tackle though by Otulakowski. Too high for Brooking. Here come Arsenal again with Hudson. There's the flick for Brady. Back again for Hudson, who's yet to score for Arsenal. Oh, and what a save by Day! Twice! Well, Hudson really let that go. He's not yet scored for Arsenal, and he came so close to it then, but for the miracles of Mervyn Day. Knocked it into the air and somehow grabbed it again. Taylor. Nice turn. The pass to Jennings. The touch for Brooking. Otulakowski has come up quickly on this side. Here he is. Lampard's gone up as well to join him. That's the ball aimed for Frank Lampard. Armstrong shrugged off that ball by Lampard. Good cross. Oh, and a brilliant goal. A brilliant West Ham goal by Alan Taylor. 3-2 into the lead. They worked that superbly across the face of that, the Arsenal penalty area. Brooking was very much involved with it. And finally it was turned in sharply from the left, and Alan Taylor was in there like a rocket. Arsenal 2, West Ham 3. A quarter of an hour to go. His second goal of the game. And before today, his total was only 4, but Brooking again had a part in that, so did Otulakowski. And now Arsenal are behind again. Day's catch after a brilliant save that kept West Ham afloat a couple of minutes before it. Well, I must say, for headed goals, that one of Alan Taylor's a moment ago, that really takes a bit of beating. Well, that was confidence for you. An overhead kick there by Simpson, not even looking, knowing that Rimmer would be properly placed, which he was. Otulakowski. Oh, what a ball! And a beautifully timed run by Taylor. Is this the next one for West Ham? There's a little chip. Oh, and he's missed it. was a brilliant ball by Otulakowski. Alan Taylor onto it. And it was just wide of the goal and out of the reach of Billy Jennings. Lampard. West Ham really got to fight out these last few minutes to preserve this 3-2 lead. Alan Taylor right back there, but the whistle already gone for a foul and a free kick to Arsenal. Arsenal will throw everything at West Ham now in a bid to get this equaliser. Howling's gone right in there, and Otulakowski gets it away for West Ham when it might have fallen to any one of half a dozen Arsenal players who were lurking close by. MacDonald now with a throw. Referee looking at the watch, and a good long throw it is. Locks header away, straight back to MacDonald again. Another throw. A minute and a half to go, 90 seconds. MacDonald again, planting it in, this time towards Sammy Nelson. And Billy Bonds whacking that one away for West Ham, and here's Jennings. Jennings and Rice the only two are up. And in fact, Jennings could have given West Ham a little more breathing space there instead. And the linesman on the far side flagging for an offside, and a good decision there by the linesman, although MacDonald would run back into an onside position. He was offside when that ball was played. So a free kick to West Ham. 1 minute to go. And they're going to play it back carefully, cautiously. Long kick of day again. Hudson. Simpson being challenged. Free kick, whistle. Lampard there first. No, the referee wasn't happy with that free kick, and Simpson and Radford, I think, maybe having a few quiet words. It's got to be taken from the right place. Rice with the kick. As we go into injury time now, MacDonald turning it down. MacDonald again. And Day falling at his feet, and that's a crucial save at a crucial moment. MacDonald really playing a beautiful 1-2 there, and looked for a moment as though he was right the way through until Day flung himself at his feet. Referee again, looking at his watch. Both linesmen have signalled to him at this moment that the full 90 minutes is up, and indeed we've had nearly a minute of injury time. Radford's header. Radford again. And that's a goal kick. Again, a look at that Ron Chalice watch. Played a full minute of injury time. And West Ham have done it. 2 precious points, and Alan Taylor with 2 goals. John Radford, Alan Taylor with 2 precious goals. And no one, I should think, Billy Jennings, of course, who got the other one. There are the West Ham goal scorers who've given them a bit of hope. With Brady and Stapleton having scored for Arsenal, and the number 8 there in the light shirt, John Radford, coming back to his old stamping ground here at Highbury and helping West Ham, his new club, to such an important victory. Mervyn Day with 1 or 2 really tremendous saves, one in particular from Alan Hudson just before West Ham got their winner. And really an enthralling game that swung so many different ways here at Highbury today, with a final scoreline: Arsenal 2, West Ham 3.
Ah
with the golden touch gives Middlesbrough the perfect start. All starting from the free kick. Stuart Bohm it was who made life difficult for Arsenal. Jimmy Rimmer could only push it out. Bohm again, and it comes to Mills onto the right foot. No chance for Rimmer. Comes off Alfwood. Now Borsma. Coming inside Rice. Phil Borsma trying to do it on his own. Pulling it back for Mills. Stopped on the line, but Mills following it up, and Arsenal complain. Mills celebrates. And David Mills goes across to congratulate Phil Borsma, because that goal was all about his positive running. 13 minutes gone. Phil Borsma looking to take on Peter Simpson. Gets past him, O'Leary's forced to come across, and there's space for Mills, whose first go was blocked on the line, and no mistake second time. Terry Neill there, pensive expression, and indeed is entitled to be, after another poor start from Arsenal here at Ayresome Park. Brady going on. Brought down by Craggs. I think a case really of too much skill for the defender. John Craggs just a little bit outskilled on that occasion, and bringing the man down. The free kick taken. Comes across from MacDonald. 2-1. So the original foul by Craggs is punished. Super Mac puts Arsenal back in it. The ball curled in, and they'd all gone to the near post, and everyone missed it. MacDonald stoops to conquer, and it's 2-1. Hudson finds MacDonald, trying to reverse the ball wide for Brady, getting rather stuck in the mud. And now Souness, with Armstrong in the middle, and Borsma there too. Here's Armstrong, and it's 3! David Armstrong keeps up his scoring form in cup ties. Arsenal caught very square. Souness had run beautifully from the middle of the field. There were two up with him. One of them was David Armstrong, and he just needed a touch with Rimmer going the other way. And it's 3-1. Brian, the timing of the pass so important. And he got it wrong because Mills and Borsma were offside. Has made a forward run, goes in for Hudson. Hudson again. Now Matthews with MacDonald in the middle, and Matthews has hit the post. MacDonald, surely, no! Poor John Matthews, shaking his head in disbelief. And that really would have brought Arsenal back into the match and set up an outstanding finish. Matthews brilliantly striking it on the volley, beats the goalkeeper. MacDonald arm raised already, thinking it was going in. It came back off Bohm. Another chance for MacDonald, who couldn't turn enough, and it went wide. Hudson, Stapleton. Middlesbrough keeping possession. Now a chance to move forward themselves with Brian. Andrews made a good run forward. Brian very nearly in trouble, in fact Matthews taking it away from him. Ross. Arsenal still pushing forward. Craggs. But only Wood up. Craggs gets past Nelson. Mills is coming forward into the box too. Wood to the far post. Mills has checked out, and it goes back for Brian. Mills wants it into the near post. A chance for Mills, and a fine save. Could have been the hat-trick. Denied by Rimmer. But a lovely little chip from Peter Bryan. Mills had got away. It fell into his path, and Rimmer stopped it brilliantly. 2 minutes now to play. were 2 minutes away from a place in the draw for the 6th round. MacDonald! Oh! Malcolm MacDonald out of nothing, so nearly made it 3-2. Terry Cooper pushed out, the hat-trick for Neill, surely!
He was born on a summer day, 1951, and with the slap of a hand he had landed as an only son. His mother and father said, what a lovely boy, we'll teach him what we learned. Oh yes, just what we learned. We'll dress him up warmly and we'll send him to school. It'll teach him how to fight to be nobody's fool. Oh, what I know.
For Talbot, it was. There's a commitment and an urgency about Ipswich now which reflects the position they find themselves in. 2 valuable points there for the taking with the game balanced as it is at the moment. And there goes Birchin onto the flick from Mariner. And that could sew it up. But here's Birchin for Ipswich. Oh, what a mistake! Mariner!
Well, good morning, Judge, how are you today? I'm in trouble, please put me away. A pretty thing took a shine to me. I couldn't stop it, so let it be. 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 He didn't do it. He wasn't there. He didn't want it. He wouldn't dare. Well, good morning, Judge, yes, I'm back again. I'm in trouble, so it's back to the pen. I found a car, but I couldn't pay. I fell in love and drove it away. 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 He didn't do it. He wasn't there. He didn't want it. He wouldn't dare. I didn't do it. I wasn't there. I didn't want it. I wouldn't dare. Alcatraz is like a home sweet home. So wanted and I'm never alone. San Quentin is the place to be. I'm so happy I don't wanna be free. I'm so happy I don't wanna be free. I'm so happy I don't wanna be free. I'm so happy I don't wanna be free.
Arsenal walk beneath the sign that has frightened many teams, but their record here at Anfield, the best of any First Division side. In their last 4 visits here, they have won 3 times and drawn once, and haven't been beaten at Anfield in the league since 1972. The team is the one that finished the match against Tottenham on Easter Monday, which means the midfield consists of David Price, Liam Brady and Alan Hudson. But for Liverpool, the start of 8 eventful days, which even by their standards, as they take the field here at Anfield, could prove exhilarating or exhausting. Today it's the league, but just round the corner for these players, the 2 important cup semi-finals. And their team showing one change. David Fairclough has joined the injury list, which already consists of Thompson, Callaghan and Toshak, and Fairclough's replacement at number 10 is David Johnson. But with Alan Waddle, the substitute, not having played in the first team for over 2 years, even Liverpool's resources now are very definitely stretched. Terry Neill, the Arsenal manager, who has told his team that he wants patient, careful football today to try and take the sting out of Liverpool's traditional home style. Arsenal in yellow shirts and white shorts, attacking the Kop end in the first half. The afternoon sunny and the pitch looking particularly well for this time of the season. Foul by Kennedy. The sun is causing a moment's hesitation to David O'Leary when that ball's in the air. Pat Rice saving the corner. This is Highway. Jones. That was out by Young. This is McDermott. Now it's Case. Neill. Deflection. It's there. Scorer, but Jimmy Rimmer, I suspect, beaten by deflection. Neill, who scored so many valuable goals for Liverpool. There was one in Zurich the other night, 2 in fact counting the penalty. Another one here today, left foot shot low. I think it may have caught Brady. Brady. It's a good run. Stapleton's there, fine save by Clements. Beautiful save. No wonder Emlyn Hughes applauds. And Frank Stapleton is entitled to feel disappointed. Brady, a lovely run down the left. The cross perfectly measured. Stapleton's header speeding for the net. And Clement's right arm underlining why he's England's goalkeeper. And that was the last effective touch of the first half, in which Liverpool led with the goal by Neill. Highway on the break. Johnson just coming short. Only Keegan in the box. Johnson's run and shots. Good save. Keegan! Delight and relief for Liverpool. And David Johnson, who came in today for Fairclough, just underlines that when Liverpool bring players into the side, they always seem to do so with effect. That was a good run by him, the left foot shot beaten out by Rimmer, and Keegan, the super optimist, was on hand to make it 2-0 with 76 minutes gone. Arsenal may not have offered all that much, but you've got to see this as another fine all-round Liverpool performance. Jimmy Case and Kevin Keegan both prominent in a match that was run from first to last by Liverpool. A goal in each half was quite enough for the 2 points. And when you see them play like this and brush aside any tiredness, you know that the treble here at Anfield is still very much on.
Hey, sweet baby, you got all the things you ever wanted from this world. You have been surrounded by all the finest things in life since you were a little girl. Now you've changed, but not me. I'm still the signals when you were living high. Yeah, I used to wave at you from the street, but you just turned the other way and you passed me by. So I've been holding on for you, oh, so patiently, yeah. Only I can treat you right, baby. Just wait and see, girl, I can prove it. Yeah, I can prove it. But I can prove it. Girl, I can prove it. Like a queen, I'll show you riches, baby, the like of which you've never ever seen, yeah. No, I know.
Swinging out towards Booth's head. 1-0. Couldn't ask for a better corner than that. Couldn't ask for a better header than the one with which Tommy Booth met it. But maybe Spurs could ask, where was the man who should have been going up with it? Barnes. That could fall for Stewart. What a beautifully taken goal. Peter Barnes did well. Needed his courage to get the header, but he saw Stewart coming and put the ball perfectly in his path, and Dennis Stewart flashed it past Jennings. Hartford finds Tommy Booth. Booth's pass popped on by Owen, chased by Barnes. Now can he finish this one? Oh yes! Oh, what a beauty! Was so well done. Owen managed to help it on to Barnes, and Barnes that time kept his head, lost his man, and he sold Pat Jennings a dummy out of the record books, and then just chucked it over his head. Barnes. And Hartford! 4-0, and this is turning into a run. The corner came over, was headed firmly away, but straight to the right foot of Asa Hartford, and back it went before Jennings could move. Stewart now, and he's got Kidd unmarked inside him, and Osgood in two minds. Kidd, 5-0. A bad back pass that let Stewart in,